so I hope you're well and having the most incredible day as always. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Honestly, I feel like I haven't filmed a Q&A video in such a hot minute, and I thought, you know what? Let's do a bookish themed Q&A, because I do a lot of Q&As on this channel where it mainly focuses on Lush and a little bit of like lifestyle, but a lot of it is Lush related. And I thought, you know what? Over the past 2 to 3 years, I have incorporated a lot of bookish things over on this channel, and I thought, you know what? Let's just film a book Q&A. So I asked you guys over on my Instagrams. I've got two. One is personal, one is like bookish. If you guys don't follow me, by the way, please do. They're linked down below. But I asked you guys over there basically for all your bookish questions. I've got a bunch and I'm so excited to go through them. So I've got my coffee, which I made in my coffee machine, which I absolutely am loving at the moment. I kind of stopped using it over the summer months, and now it's getting into that like autumnal, wintry feeling. I am obsessed with my coffee machine. So I've got my coffee. Let's dive into the questions. I hope you guys enjoy and carry on watching. Okay, so the first question is, what are your top 3 favourite books of 2024 so far? That's a really hard question because I have read some incredible books this past year, and I actually had a reading goal of 100 books for 2024, and I have surpassed that, which I am so incredibly proud of. I'm really proud of myself that I've already reached that goal, and I am going over it now, which is good. But in regards to like my favourite books of the year, this is a really hard question because, like I say, I have read some incredible books so far. I'm just gonna go on my Instagram, on my book Instagram. I've actually got kind of like a reading like wrap up, I suppose, of books I've read. So right off the bat, obviously I read A Court of Silver Flames, which I absolutely loved. Like, ACOTAR is one of my favourite series. I loved it so much, but that was a really great book. I'm just flicking through and just having a quick look. Obviously Powerless, obsessed with that series. I absolutely loved it. Any book by Freida McFadden is an absolute just incredible book. I absolutely am obsessed with her at the moment. Finlay Donovan is killing it, I read, and I absolutely loved that one. I also read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, again, incredible books. Let me have a little look. I'm just kind of flicking through them. Any book again by Kat Singleton I've loved. Off to the Races I loved. The Bewitched series by Laura Thalassa, again, absolutely obsessed. So I feel like I can't really answer that question with 3, but I've had some incredible books this year, and I might do like a top 24 of 2024 at the end of the year, so let me know if you'd like to see that. But yeah, I can't pick 3. I've had some incredible reads so far. The next question is, if you could only read one genre for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a really hard question because my main genre favourites would have to be romance, fantasy and thriller, because I just love Freida McFadden so much. I read 2 of her books in like 3 days a few weeks ago, and I'm just obsessed with her writing. Like, honestly, I cannot get enough of it. I don't know whether I would only want to read thrillers for the rest of my life though, and again, I love fantasy. Like, romantasy as a genre, I'm obsessed with it. However, could I just read that again and again? I don't know. I would probably have to say, like, looking around my room, like maybe dark romance / romance, I guess, even though I don't think I could live without the occasional fantasy and the occasional thriller. But maybe dark romance. I do love a dark romance. So yeah, dark romance / romance, I think I'd have to go with. The next question is, what book got you into reading? And I feel like every single person who is currently on BookTok and on BookTube and going through that kind of like obsession at the moment, like I feel like every single person, maybe minus a few, all read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover and then got obsessed with it. So I remember it wasn't Christmas last year. Was it the Christmas before? Or it might have been even the Christmas before, I think. Kaylee, who is Ryan's brother's fiance, she had this book on her Christmas wish list, and I thought, oh, I'll just buy it because apparently like it's really popular on TikTok at the moment, and it was It Ends With Us, and I didn't really think anything of it. We just bought it from like WH Smith's or something, and got it for her for Christmas. And then I think after that I just thought, you know what, sod it, I'm gonna buy this book as well, I'm gonna give it a read. And ever since that book I just got hooked on reading, and I don't necessarily think it was Colleen Hoover's writing style or like the genre. I think I just found a love for like that escapism that reading gives you and that like world building in your head, and I just absolutely love it. Like, I have to read pretty much every single day. Like, if I don't read in a day, I just cannot relax. Like, I love reading so much. It really just calms me and it brings me so much happiness. So yeah, it Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, like a lot of people, but yeah, just gotta love it. The next question is, what is your all-time favourite book? And honestly, that question is incredibly difficult. I mean, I couldn't even just tell you my top 3 of the year, so let alone picking my absolute favourite. Like, it's a very hard question. If I had to pick one that sticks with me and that I've probably recommended the most, it's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but like the whole trilogy, I love that book so much. I really want to do a reread as well because I feel like I would appreciate it more now as well than I did a few years ago. Is it my favourite? I don't want to say yes, to be honest, because I love so many books like Fourth Wing, Powerless, like ACOTAR. Those series, just a comfort series for me. However, there's so many books that I love. I am going to say A Good Girl's Guide to Murder though, only because I feel like it is the book for me. Like, if anyone says like I don't know what to read, I always recommend that one because I love it. The next question is, will you ever read Throne of Glass? I promise you I will read it. I have the entire series like just sat up there waiting to be read, and I really want to read it. I think because it is such a big series, it is a strong commitment. Like, I am gonna have to read, how many books is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I currently have a lot of series on my kind of radar. Like, I really want to get into the Zodiac series, and I know that is massive, but I promise you I will read Throne of Glass. And do I need to read Throne of Glass first or Assassin's Blade first? Let me know down below. The next question is, how do you find / make time to read? And honestly, I get this question a lot, but if you know me, you know that I will read a book at any given moment. Like, I am the sort of person that I will take my Kindle anywhere. Like, anywhere, in the car, even though I get travel sick, like, I will take my Kindle in the car. I will take it out shopping just in case, like, I don't know, like if someone goes to the bathroom and they're gone for a while, like I can get a few pages in. Like, I take it everywhere. And I also listen to audiobooks. I read on my phone, I read on my Kindle, I read physical copies, like I do it all. So I kind of feel like having the option of reading the physical and doing an audiobook, like, you get through so many more pages. So that is kind of how I do it. I just basically read all the time. Like, I'll have the TV on and I'll still be reading on my phone at the same time. So I just love it. The next question is, what app / method do you use to keep an overview of the TBR? And I feel like if you guys know me, you will know that my TBR is absolutely out of hand. Like, it is ridiculous, and the only way that I can make it make sense in my head is by having them all on Goodreads. So I use Goodreads. I know a lot of people hate Goodreads, which, to be honest with you, there are a lot of factors of Goodreads that I don't like. Like, I wish you could give point stars, you know, like a 1.5 or something. It is so annoying. And I know that on Fable you can be a lot more specific and there's a lot more kind of going on with that, but I just haven't gotten used to using Fable. I don't know why. I think I need to kind of go over it and like have a really good kind of play around with it, because I just can't grasp it for some reason. But basically on my Goodreads I have a to be read kind of shelf, and that is every book I own that I haven't read. So if anyone ever like needs to or wants to buy me a book, for example, I just say to them, look, go on my Goodreads, these are the books I have, these are the books I've read, these are the books I own that I haven't read, like any other book I don't have. So just like feel free to go wild, but it is massive. Like, it is over 550 books. Like, it is insane. But yeah, I just use Goodreads, which I enjoy, but I do want to use Fable as well. The next question is, would you consider getting a book subscription box? 100%. I really want to, but I don't know which one to go for, and I don't want to spend like loads and loads on a box either, because I have got a few things coming up where I need to save my money. So I don't really want to spend like 50-60 plus pounds on the subscription box. So if you guys have any recommendations on a good subscription box, I'd love to know. I love a good like dark romance, a kind of romantasy, a romance adult book. Like, that is my kind of genre. So if you guys know any really good ones, let me know down below. I'm also a sucker for a special edition as well, so yeah. The next question is, I have a 700 plus TBR. Any tips on how to get through it more quickly? I read around 10 books a month. Honestly, you're asking the wrong person, because I have over 500, as I've said, and I probably read roughly 8 to 10, maybe 12 books a month. So I am kind of in that same wavelength as you, to be honest. I would say if you don't use audiobooks, definitely use an audiobook as well, because anytime that you're like driving, walking around, like you're doing bits around the house, like audiobooks really come in handy for that. And it definitely helps me get through maybe 2 to 3 more books a month than I would without it. So you might find that that really encourages you to read a bit more. But honestly, you're reading 10 books a month, like you're smashing it, so I wouldn't stress. I would say to stop buying books, but like, who am I to judge? Do you know what I mean? The next question, honestly, I can't really answer, so I'm only putting it in this video so that you guys can answer it if you know. But somebody asked if there's a series that is like the King of Sin series. Now, I haven't read it yet. I have got it literally right here. Have I read it? Have I got the others on back order? Yes, I have. I love Anna Huang's writing. I absolutely am obsessed with her, but to be honest, I just haven't had the itch to read her books yet, and I don't know why. I think it's because I know there's more coming out, so I kind of want to wait for those. Do you know what I mean? So if any of you guys have read those books and you know something similar, leave it down below. But yeah, unfortunately I haven't read it, so I can't help you with that one, I'm afraid. The next question is, would you ever consider reading classic books such as Pride and Prejudice or Little Women? Now, I would absolutely love to read a classic. Do I know where to start? No. I have literally got no idea. I love Little Women. Like, I watched the movie, which I know isn't the same, but I did watch the movie and I really, really enjoyed it. But now I'm like, do I want to read it because I've seen the movie and I kind of know what happens? I don't know. So let me know down below, what is your all-time favourite classic? And I might have to do a purchase and give it a try. The next question is, any thoughts on Haunting Adeline and the Cat and Mouse duology? Now, again, I haven't read it. However, one of my best friend Zoe has read it and she loved it. Like, she's gotten back into reading recently and that was the first thing she read and she absolutely devoured it, like smashed it. So I'm gonna say that it's amazing, but it's not for everyone. Read the trigger warnings. If you don't like dark romance or like uncomfortable scenes, don't read it. I know there's a lot going on in those books and I really do want to read them, but I just haven't picked them up yet. And I think it is genuinely the hype of them and like how so many people love them. I get a little bit scared that I'm not gonna like it, or there's a lot of pressure on liking those books. So yeah, I haven't read them yet, but I know that Zoe loved it, so take Zoe's recommendation and give them a read if you are into that, but please read the trigger warnings because they're crazy. The next question is, can you do a what's on my Kindle tour? Now, I will just open it on my phone because my Kindle is currently up there and I don't want to get up, if I'm being honest. And I'm not going to lie to you as well, my Kindle isn't that exciting because I tend to, once I've read the book, if I haven't paid for it, I'll just remove it from my Kindle because then it just doesn't take up space. But currently in my library on my Kindle, I have Quicksilver, which I'm reading at the moment. We've also got When the Moon Hatched, I've got Zodiac Academy, Filthy Rich Vampires. I've got 2 of those on there. I've got Little Stranger, I've got a few of the Boys of Tommen series, I've got A Novel Love Story, Twilight, which I need to read, The Simple Wild, My Dark Desire, Powerless, A Christmas Book by Sierra Simone and Julie Murphy, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. So basically a lot of these are either free or they're not free, but they were like 99p. So this is currently my Kindle situation. Like, I haven't really got much going on there. I don't tend to fill it up. I just kind of download it when I want to read it, or, you know, if there's a book on sale for like 99p, I just download it so I've got it. So that is basically my Kindle. I know it's not that exciting, but there you go. Oh, okay, the next question is an interesting one. So it says, read the book first or watch the movie. Now, I am 100% a read the book first kind of girl, because if I know what's going to happen, I think I really will struggle to read the books. I do really want to read Harry Potter though. Like, I've never read the Harry Potter series and I have found the most beautiful hardback selection on Amazon and I'm so tempted, but I know Christmas is coming, so I'm not going to buy it. I'm telling myself, but it is absolutely beautiful and I would love to read Harry Potter. So yeah, that is something that I would love to read, even though I have seen the movies. But other than that, I do try to read the books first because, again, I just know that I probably won't want to read it after I've watched the film. So that's my opinion. Let me know yours down below. The next question is, how many book clubs are you in? So I am currently in 2 book clubs. I am really tempted to start another one. Is that bad? Like, I just love a book club. Let me know down below. If I started a book club, would you want to join? How would you like me to do it? Like, should I do it on Fable? Should I do it on something else? Like, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below. It's been something I have thought about for the past like month or so, where I just want like a community where we can all be together. Do you know what I mean? And like talk about books and read the same book and kind of do that kind of thing. But what sort of app would you like me to do it on? Like Fable, or is there something better? Let me know down below. But I'm currently in 2. So obviously me and my amazing friend Kelsey have the Across the Pond book club, where we basically read 1 book a month. We have a little Instagram chat and we just speak to you guys and have a great time. So if you guys want to be involved in that, let me know. And then I'm also in a book club with me and my 2 friends, who we basically just take it in turns to pick a book and we read them, and it's a good old time. It's just like a very chill kind of vibe. So those are the two Those are the two book clubs I'm in at the moment, but again, I am really tempted to start my own one as well and kind of have that on an app where we can all chat. But again, let me know down below, do you guys think that's a good idea? I don't know, let me know. Anyway, currently in 2 is basically what I was saying. The next question is best book series of all time. Honestly, I don't really know. Like, I have so many series that I loved. Whether they're the best ever, I don't know. But like ACOTAR, obsessed. I also really loved like Lauren Asher's Dirty Air series and her Dreamland Billionaire series. Loved those. I wouldn't necessarily say they're like the best series ever, but like they did give me that 5-star feeling and I absolutely loved them. So yeah, I really love those as well. To be honest, it's so hard for me to even remember what book series I finished, but ACOTAR is definitely up there. Like if you love a fantasy or you want to get into reading, like I cannot recommend it enough. Like I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. And the last question I'm going to answer in today's video is favourite bookshop. Now this one is a really hard one because I love different bookshops for different reasons. So obviously any independent bookshop I love. I love the vibe. I love that it's an independent bookshop. I think it's more cozy and you're just helping an independent bookshop owner essentially, which I really, really love. However, if we're talking like general bookstores, don't get me wrong, like I love the Works. The Works is basically a hub for anyone who loves to read. It is a book heaven. Like anyone who wants a book, incredible. The prices are insane. They have new releases all the time. The sprayed edges they're releasing, like it is incredible. Like I love the Works. However, something about Waterstones, like I just love it. Like I love Waterstones. I love the vibe in there. It's so cozy. Like everyone is so nice in there, and I just find that they have such a wide selection, obviously because they are mainly a bookshop. Like I just love them. So I'm gonna have to say Waterstones because I do love them, and they do have some incredible like special editions as well. So I would say Waterstones. I think I'm gonna say Waterstones actually, but the Works for the pricing, it's unmatchable. It's so good. So that is everything for today's Q&A. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and if you want me to do another one, please let me know. Obviously make sure you follow me on Instagram and things like that because that is where I ask you guys all my questions and stuff. So if you haven't followed me on there, please do. Also let me know down below, should I start a book club? Should I start one? Please let me know. Let me know what app I should use. Let me know what kind of thing you'd like to see. I just really want like a tight-knit community where we can all just talk about books and have a really great time. So let me know down below what you think. And yeah, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I would absolutely love for you to join our little corner of the internet. It is a great time here and I just love you all so incredibly much. So that is everything for today's video. I love you guys a lot and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.